Okay.
So you said you've been singing since 12 years old. So how did that process start? And of course,
Um,
where did you grow up at?
well, I grew up in Benton Harbor, Michigan, a little small town, about an hour and a half from Detroit, 2 hours from
I
Detroit.
just uh I just left Michigan.
Oh
Like
yeah,
what
yeah.
a couple weeks ago I was in Pullman.
Okay, yeah, I know this. I know what that is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got family up there. I got family in Lansing, Kalamazoo, Flint,
Okay,
all that.
okay,
Yeah, so,
okay.
but yeah, I was born in Benton Harbor, Michigan. I started doing music, like I said, at 12 years old. Been singing since I was about 10. Um, my first ever performance was at a high school talent show that I actually got snuck into because I was way too young to be at a high school talent show. But that was my first actual performance. Um, but that ain't where I got started, like actual performing. It was actually in church, of course, being black, growing up in the hood. That's the first place you take the stage, get, you know what I'm saying, just to test the
Right.
waters because church folk, they gonna keep it 100 with you. They gonna let you know, especially the older church folk. They ain't even trying to they ain't trying to make you feel good. They wanna let you know if you got it or not. Um, but yeah, I started there. And I actually did my first song when I was 12 years old. I wrote it and recorded it at 12 years old. That was when I transitioned to South Bend, Indiana, leaving Michigan. So I did that in South Bend, Indiana. Did my first song. The people back home loved it. Everybody was singing it. I had a whole little fan base going on, and that's pretty much where it started. I just loved the feeling, love like the joy it brought me, and love the joy it brought other people. And I was like, yo, this is something I want to do forever.
So how did even the whole transition started as far as you being a writer? You always wrote your music when you was 12
Always,
or
yeah, I always wrote my music when I was 12. Yeah, actually, I just started like writing for other people at probably what like 16, 17 years old, because I actually was like I had came to a place where I was like, man, I didn't want to give my songs away to anybody because it was like a piece of my story that I wanted to tell. But at that time, there was no money being generated from my artistry at all. It was basically just a hobby, so to speak, like just something you do to pass time. Although you could see the gradual build, it just wasn't happening fast enough. And it took my manager to come to me and basically like kind of persuade me, like, yo, look, you're a dope writer, my nigga. Like every song you do is better than the last song. He said, man, let's get some revenue going, man. Let's get some placements going, because I'm telling you, once that shit pop off, I'm saying, you'll be able to fund your artistry with the money you make from songwriting. So I had to think about it. Had to come to grips with it. Like, you know what, you write. Because if I land a placement on the right motherfucker, like that's a bag that's gonna come in.
right.
And that's when I started writing songs for people. My first actual placement was overseas in Korea.